Hello everyone. How are we all doing? We all good? Let me just stick that over there onto the second monitor. There we go. Hello. Sorry about that. Yeah, literally as soon as I started to stream, I had a knock on the door and it was my landlord coming around to fix something, so yeah, I had to just sort that out, but that's all sorted now, so now we can actually start. So yeah, I thought I would do something a little bit different today. I've been meaning to do an animation stream for a while, and it was gone for 1 second and it started already. So story of my life. Yeah, if you're finding that like audio's too loud or I'm too quiet or anything like that, if you just let me know, and if enough people moan at me, I'll try and sort it out. But yeah, other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to start. So without any further ado, I'm just going to turn the music down real quick because I could not hear myself think right now. There we go. I have no idea what this music is, by the way. Like, I literally just stuck on some random non-copyrighted happy background music, so alrighty. Okay, let's give it a go. All right. So I was gonna do the wolf running, and I found this really nice video online. So all I've done is just added it as a background image in Blender, so I can actually see it behind the wolf. Because I don't like having it on a separate screen. I like to have it on the screen with the wolf, because down here it tells you how many frames long it is and everything, and I just find it makes it so much easier. It'll be a bit laggy, but it works for the most part, so it's not too bad. Okay, so what I need to do is try and find kind of a nice cycle part. So here is like right in front of the camera, sort of. Oh, maybe here. So I'm trying to find a point where he's running across the screen, but he's kind of mostly in the middle. Okay. So what we got? So we got, that's one extreme, and that's like another extreme. Okay. So what's that? That's frame 3. So let's make it start on frame 3. And then he stretches like that again. About there. What's that? Frame 20. Alright. Are you a dog person or a cat person? That's a really tricky question, actually, because I do really like both. I'd probably lean more towards dog person, but I like both. Alright, what we got? Okay, so we can see that that's, obviously it's not a perfect loop, but, because obviously the wolf's moving across screen, but that gives us quite a nice stride. Now if I just extend the final one, what's that look like? Nah, it just makes it more jerky. What if I lower it? Nah, it makes it more jerky. Okay, so I think we definitely got it right. Frame 3 and for frame 20. So 20, 90, 80, 17. That's like what, 17 frames altogether? Something like that. Did you like Wolf Quest, or did you play it? Oh, I used to play Wolf Quest all the time. Actually, I got in contact with the guy who makes Wolf Quest. I'm supposed to be making an eagle for them, for the new update in the game, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. My life is life. It is life. Wolves are adorable. Alright. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I put him in just this kind of standing pose just because I thought it looked nice. So let's just put him back in his T-pose. This is my model, by the way. It's not perfect by any means, but it will do. I'm still working on the rig, so it's not like perfect, but you can actually move the character around now, and it kind of does for the most part what you would expect it to do, so I'm just gonna go with it. I think I'm gonna change the view. Do I want it on stick or do I want it on wire? Might keep it on wire, just because I like to be able to see the model underneath. Wolf Quest 3 does look pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Alright, let me just display, turn off relationship lines. There we go, that's a bit cleaner. Okay. Okay, so the way a wolf runs, let's have a little look. So it looks like the back legs come in first, and then as they kick off, that's what then pushes the front legs forward. And then the front legs reach out to kind of catch the wolf as the back legs come in again, and then it's like, oh sorry, it's like rinse and repeat. Okay. No, not the T-pose. Anything but the T-pose. Yeah, the T-pose is pretty meh. Alright. So here is when he's like stretched out the most. So, how to do this? How to do this? Okay. So every time I animate, like, even though I've animated wolves running quite a lot, I always end up doing it a different way every single time. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, first of all, let's just get him in this kind of pose where he's just completely stretched out. Feet going right back. I'll just bring that in a little bit. Okay. The tail I'm not going to worry about. I'm going to do the tail afterwards because I find that sorry, I'm just thinking. You know what? I might try this a different way this time. Let me just try something real quick. Let's just turn that off. Cancel that. I turn that back on. Alright. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to start with this bone here and just kind of get that kind of running motion going. Let's have a look. So let's just watch the video again. I'm going to be watching this video a lot, sorry. It's just because I need to see what's actually happening. Okay, so as the back legs come under, he's pushed up, and then as they spread out again, he goes down. So that means I need to start off with him being down, like this. If I just zoom in here, and then about here, you can see that he comes up. And then I'm just going to copy and paste the final frame like that. So now he's just going to bob up and down. See, look at that, we're finished. That's it, thank you all for watching. Oh, it looks so funny. Animation never gets old, it really doesn't. Okay, so let me think. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rotate it down a bit there. And then as he comes up, rotate him up, and then copy and paste the last frames. So what does that give us? Alright, that gives us like a funky little dance. So let's try that again. Instead, let's go in between, rotate it down, and then in between here, rotate it up. What does that give us? Ah, there we go. That's a bit more what I was after. So that kind of gives us the wibbly wobbly flow. I'm going to be using so many technical terms in this, like, you guys, you're going to be able to speak animation. So now we've got the wibbly wobbly of the pelvis, I can now go in down here and just tweak some of these curves a bit. So let's see, I want X rotation. I'm just going to just tweak it ever so slightly. And what was the other rotation that we had? Oh, it was the Z location. That's the one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Rotate that a bit. Rotate that a bit. What's that give us? There we are. It's a little bit smoother now. Okay. So we've got the wibbly wobbly. And that, you can see, that kind of gives us kind of the energy for it. Like, I know it looks really funny right now, but you can kind of start to imagine like what the other body parts would be doing. Like right now, if we really wanted to, we could probably just go in and animate the tail, because you can see the way the body moves, and that would kind of give you an indication of, you know, how the tail would move. And I don't know, sometimes I prefer animating like this to doing like pose to pose, because this kind of gives you more of a feel for it. Okay, so now we got the boogie woogie. We can now kind of start to do the other parts. So, how best to do this? I'm going to keyframe that at the start and the end, because what I need this to do is basically do the same as the butt, but I need a slight delay on it. So let's make that come down there. And then, sorry if you can hear the traffic, by the way. I've had to open the window because it is really freaking hot today in the UK. And it looks so funny. But yeah, because we live by a main road, so you might hear the traffic a bit. Oh my god, we've got 69 people watching right now. The immature part of me is just loving that. Alright. So I'm going to do the same again. In fact, let me make the delay on those two slightly less. And then keyframe that. Keyframe that. And then let's just add a bit more of a delay. What's that give us? Okay, so now we've got him doing the funky wave. He's basically like doing the worm but stood up. And I know his front arms are going a little bit weird right now. But that's kind of, I don't know, it kind of works for me. Because like, apart from the front, hang on, this is bugging me. So, on there, he tucks in. So we're not getting that kind of tuck, are we? He's just kind of, alright, let me try something else here. So it starts off kind of spread out like that, and then as he goes under, he tucks. What's that look like? Ah, there we go. That's a bit more what I wanted. Oh my god. Ah, this is perfect. Oh my god, look at it from the front. Oh god. I wish that was how wolves moved. I don't think we really need to add anything else, to be honest. Alright. So, what I'm going to do now is just to give a better idea of what's happening. And it's going to look really weird for a minute, but let me just stick the arms out there. And then as he comes back, stick the arms back there. And then I want to copy that, paste it there, and then the same with the back legs. Let's just have him stuck out to begin with, and then he's going to pull in, so I'll just put it there, and then rinse and repeat, and like that. Ah, look at that, we nailed it. Look at that running wolf action. That's it, we're finished. We don't need to do anything else. Oh, this is great. This is why I love animation. It's just too funny sometimes. Okay. Right, now let's think what's happening. Okay, so back legs come in. Sorry, front legs come in. And then he needs to lift them up off the ground. So let's do that. So what does that look like now? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely getting that sweet running action. It's perfect. Loving it. Alright, let's do the same on the back legs. So here they need to be off the ground. So yeah, so it's this kind of thing. See, what I'm trying to do It looks really silly. But what I'm actually trying to do is get a feel for that motion. Like, I want it to just kind of have that bouncy flow that the wolf run has, and get the legs roughly doing roughly, get it? Roughly doing what they need to do, and then obviously I can go in and sort it out in a minute. But I'm pretty happy with how that's coming along. So the head's going to be difficult, so I think I might leave the head just for now and just focus on the legs, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it looks so funny. I mean, it looks even funnier from the front because his legs kind of do this sort of squishy thing, and oh, he's perfect. Dang, that dog has a nice butt. I know, right? I mean, just look at that. Look at that booty action. Let's just zoom in on that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We all want that booty. Let's face it. I might just leave the tail straight as well. It does even better. Or we could just rotate it in like that. Oh, so immature. Alright, let's fix these leggies. So, that needs to come back. And then you need to stay in the air. So now I'm going to kind of start to work a little bit more pose to pose. This is going to be challenging, I can tell. Okay, let me put that like that. I've probably not rigged these legs brilliantly well, I'll be honest. So I think I'm going to struggle with this bit, but we'll just go with it. It's fine. Okay. So that's like that, and then what happens? That needs to come down. Like that. I want to see a wolf model T-pose. The T-pose for a wolf is pretty much just them just stood, and then the tail is straight and the neck's about straight, and that's just pretty much it. It's they don't stand in the T like normally would do. Alright, how's that looking? Okay. Then that comes back. So that leg's gonna come up. Oops. Can't select the right bone. There we go. So that's gonna come up. And then there he's kind of breaking his ankle, so let's just fix that real quick. Okay. Because I need to be careful with the wrists. I need to make sure it doesn't look like he's just breaking them. How's that? Okay. And then here, that's gonna come up. Maybe a bit more back. That's gonna come forward. I'll sort them out in a minute. What's that look like? Okay, and then copy and paste the first frame. Alright, let's play it, let's see what it looks like. Oh, look at that, absolutely nailed it. It looks so funny. Oh my god. It just looks so funny because it just looks so silly. That's perfect. Alright. I'm gonna persist. I'm gonna keep going. So let's do the same with the back legs. So what are they doing? Okay. So we got one that's still on the ground and then one that's like kicking back. So let's just bring that forward a little bit. And then I want that to kind of kick back some more. So I want it to look like he is actually kicking off the ground and not just floating. So that leg doesn't move enough. If I put that up there, what does that look like? There? Is that alright? I think that'll do for now. Might have to go and tweak that leg a bit. Okay. In fact, actually, let's put it lower to the ground. There we go, that's a bit more movement there. Okay. Right, and then the legs kind of overtake the front legs. They're going to cross through each other for a moment. I'm going to sort that out in a minute. I just want to get it looking good from the side first. So select that. Oh, that one. No, that one. No. God damn it. Okay. That one. Yes. Okay. Sorry, this rig just makes it a bit difficult to select bones. All right. So that's the delayed leg. So that needs to be higher up, and that needs to be lower to the ground. Like that. Okay. And then they're both gonna touch the ground. Okay, and then copy and paste the first frame to the last frame, and what do we get? That looks like a run. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. So you can kind of see how he's gonna move, how he's gonna run. It looks really strange, but the mechanics are actually there, and we can kind of get a feel for it a little bit more. That looks interesting. I know, it looks so crazy right now, doesn't it? Oh dear. Oh yeah, Blender is a free program. I probably should have mentioned that. Yeah, it's completely free. Okay, so let's have a look at the problems with the front legs. So my main issue with the front legs is this leg that's closest to us doesn't stick out very much. It just kind of flops forward. So let's see if I can bring it out further. So here it needs to come right out like that, I think. Let's see. Technically it's better, but I don't know. It happens a bit too quick, doesn't it? So let's see if we can improve that. So it comes up there. Maybe have that come forward a little bit. No, it definitely looked better before. And then it comes forward. Maybe here, if I need to push that more like that, maybe. This one's a hard one, this leg. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's undo that. It does look better when we push it more forward, but I don't know, it just looks a bit off. Let's try that. Alright, I'll have to leave it like that for now. I'll see if I can address it a little bit later on. Okay, so let's have a look at the curves. Because I just want to remove any unnecessary points like here. I need it so that, okay, so when the foot hits the ground, so between here and here, I need that straight. Like that. How's that? Yeah, and then same on here. I just need it so it's not linear when his foot hits the ground, so between there and there, I think. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is just so that later on, like if I have to move the wolf forward, then kind of looks like he's kicking his front legs out. Yeah, like it doesn't look like he's catching himself like it's supposed to. It just looks like he's kicking. But I think a lot of that has to do with the shape of the spine and the body as well. But it's okay. We got time to go in and sort that out, so I'll look at that in a little bit. Let me just do the same with the back legs. Because I'm trying to treat all the legs as kind of one thing, so like, for example, if I do something to the front legs, I then want to go in and do it to the back legs. So from there, all the way. So there to there, vector. Yeah, and then here, Y location. From there to there again, vector. Okay. And then let's look at the Z location. So I think I can get rid of that. Yeah. I'm basically just trying to smooth out what we've got already. Just trying to make sure there's no unnecessary keyframes that's going to make it not so smooth. Because I like to smooth it out as I go along. No, definitely need that. Some keyframes, like, they look a bit messy but are necessary, and then others you just don't need, so it's just about going through and trying to find which ones I need and which ones I don't. Yeah, I need that one there. Alright. Okay, I think that'll do for the smoothing. So what I want to do now, because it's really bugging me, this is actually realistic. I want to sort out the X location for these guys, so let's turn that off, where are you? X location, there we go. So this is going to be tricky. So that's when he's coming forward, so that one and that one I don't need. So then we go here, drag that in. That could work. Alright, let's just do it on the other side and then we'll see what it looks like. Don't need that one or that one. Sorry, just bear with me just while I sort this out. I'll hit play in a second. I'm missing a keyframe, hang on. I need that one. So let's push that closer together and then here and it comes out. That might work, let's see. Oh, it looks ever so slightly less goofy. I'll leave that for now. At least it's there, and then we can just go in and tweak it as we go. That's fine. Alright, X location. Okay. So that's gonna come out. So that and that needs to be more in. Let's move that in. Yeah, and then the same on the other side. So all I'm doing right now is, so wolves, they run with their feet quite close together, but then, you know, as they lift them up, their feet kind of go out, and that's all I'm doing here. It's a small detail, but it'll make a big difference when rotating around the character. It's just a little bit tedious because it takes a little while to sort it out. Something's not right here. Maybe if I delete that? Is that better? Move that up more. What if I make that a vector? Does that fix that? Just having a weird problem here where it's like it wants to kick out, which isn't quite. It's just going all over the place, isn't it? Okay, let's delete that. Sorry, this looks funny. Alright, let's use this one, move it in. Why is that going so crazy? Look at that! I didn't put that there. I put that there. Move it out. Does that work? I think it does. And then which bone's this? Copy and paste that. Okay, I think we're almost there. Stretchy leggies. Yeah, they are pretty stretchy. Alright. I'm just trying to figure out why that wants to kick out so far there, because it doesn't really make any sense. And I'm getting concerned that it's just going to get like littered with keyframes as I try and fix that. I'm just not too sure what's causing that to go all weird, because the other side worked fine. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay. Let's get rid of those. See, look, even like with just 2 keyframes there, it still wants to kick out in a really crazy manner. I mean, look at that. It's just crazy. Is it this one? Is that what's doing it? See, I just don't know. I just don't know. That's the fun though, we get to figure it out. Okay. So that to there is fine. That to there goes crazy. Oh, sorry. Hang on, Neil's calling me. Hello? Hey, sorry, I'm doing a live stream. You okay? Okay. Oh, so I need to come down there. Well, I can just text you them. But if they won't do it without me there, do I not need to come with you? I have a feeling I'll have to go down to the council to do it. Yeah, okay. I'll do that now. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye! Sorry about that, guys. Just gotta sort this thing out. Council's just being a bit of a pain. Let's see, where's my card? Where did I put the card? Bear with me 1 second. Alright, I just gotta do this one real quick thing, and then I can continue on with the animation. I'm trying to figure out. I seriously have no idea why his leg is behaving the way that it is, but I'm determined to figure it out. Kill my camera. Focus on the thing. There we go. Okay. Okay. Just gotta send this picture to Neil, and then we can continue. Senpai noticed me. That comment always made me laugh. My brain just reads it in that voice, like crazy voice. Okay, send that. Send that. There we go. Done. Okay, back to the stream. Okay, so why is his leg being crazy? I feel like it's me. I feel like I've just done something somewhere and it's just kind of messed it up. I'm not too sure. Let's have a little look. Oh, that might have fixed it. That certainly looks better. I think I'm going to leave it for now and continue to perfect it. The black lines make it look like the paws are wearing sandals. They do, don't they? Little sandals. Biscuit, I want you to say, "All my coconuts are gone," very loudly in the stream. What? Why? Why do you want my voice? Okay, right. So we can see here that the wolf's front legs goes very tight as it compresses before it stretches out, yeah? So that's what I need to work on now, because at the moment my wolfy legs stay very straight, which isn't right. So at this point where this guy comes up, I'm going to start to rotate the leg in a fairly extreme fashion, because I've got the IK here. Ooh, look at that rig. That's not good. Oh well, let's go with it for now. I can fix the weight painting later on. But yeah, that's essentially what I want to do. I want to have it so comes down, crunches up, and then here it will stretch out again. What does that look like? Ooh, that looks really strange. Oh, that doesn't look right at all, does it? Okay, let's fix that. So I think about here. Maybe if I move that further back. Just gotta get a nice flow going here. And that goes down there like that. Let's see. How's that look? Oh, that looks better. It goes a little bit weird when the arm bends, but that's mostly due to the weight painting. His arms are still overstretching quite bad, but that's what's causing the shoulder issue. But I'm going to work on the body in a second, which should help to fix that. So now I want to do the same on this side. So for this side, it's about here. Let me just switch sides. So comes up and then pushes out. And then we've got the same issue here where the flow of the arm isn't quite right, so let's work on that. How's that? Has that fixed it? It's better. There's a little bit of jerkiness as it comes up a bit quick here. See if I can fix that. Maybe if I move this further back. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Kind of darts forward a little bit quick, but I might tweak the timing in a moment. But let's stick on some music. So music should be playing right now. Is that better? Can you guys hear that now? Sorry, I might have just put it on a bit too quiet. Let's have a little look. Oop. Nope, dead silent. Huh. How about now? Is that better? I've just turned it up on OBS. I think that might have been the issue. Say potatoes if you want advice. Potatoes. Too loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Or is it still too loud? Still a bit loud? Alright. How about now? Is that better? Alright, sweet. Thanks guys. Okay. Let's see. So the front legs are looking better. Back legs, I don't think they kick out enough at the back. But what I want to work on right now is the spine area. So I'm going to start by pushing that guy forward a bit. And then, because you see here, like, the wolf really bunches up, like, gets proper arc going. And that's what I want to create now, because at the moment my wolf is quite straight. So let's have a look. How can I get him into this extreme position without making him look too weird? What's that look like? It's like, I'm trying to improve it, but I just keep making him look weirder. It was jerking a little bit. I think I forgot to copy the first frame to the last frame. Let's try now. Oh yeah, it's definitely weird. It's weird as. Okay. So that comes up. So I think his butt here has to come down a bit. That look like? Okay. It's a little bit better, but he's still kind of doing a crazy run right now. When we move to the head, try making the ears go back and the head stick out. Yes, I will do. I've not touched the head just yet, which is why it's kind of looking like a donkey, but I will fix it. I will make it better. Some crazy curves going on down here. Let's see if I can. See if we can figure out how we can smooth out this crazy looking action. right, the first thing I tend to do is just look at the curves in the graph editor, because often that can tell you what's going wrong, but sometimes you just gotta play around with it. Okay, so I've smoothed out the curves, which has improved it a little bit. It just doesn't have quite the smoothness that I want. Because like this leg's doing some crazy shenanigans. Let's see. Z location. No, I don't want to open game bar, go away. That's a little bit better. The tail needs a bone or two. The tail, it looks like it's one bone right now. It's actually about 4, as you can see. So you can turn the tail. Get that? It's not just this, I promise. You can actually turn it properly. All the tailbones. Oh, hi Joe. 50 tailbones. Yeah, it does need more. Alright, why is this run here? What happens there? What? He's like, look at his shoulders. The poor thing. Alright, let's if I just move him up, does that work? Has that fixed our issue? Apart from the jerkiness, I think it made the legs look better. So, let's see. Z location. Something's comes up. There's something wrong with the location and the rotation of it. Let's see. Something looks really wrong about that, doesn't it? Does that need to be up more? Is that better? It all starts being a beaner. Thanks, Voxel. Just arrived because I was sleeping. Oh, I hope you had a good sleep. The legs should be more skinny and stretched to make it most weird. Yeah. There's just something bugging me about it. Like, he's technically moving right, but it's not so smooth. So what I'm gonna do, let me just, what I'll do is I'll save this just in case we decide we want to keep it, but let's just try a different approach on this run here. So I'm going to start by pushing the legs out, and I'll move his hips down a bit just to accommodate that. And then oh, I've still got some keyframes here, hold on. Where did they come from? Down here on my timeline I still got, unless I've just pressed something by accident. I'll leave it for now. Let's just zoom in down here. Okay. And then right around here, let's push the legs in. Using too much front leg and not enough hind leg. Yeah, it's like, because the hind legs is that's where all the power comes from, you know, that's where they push off from the ground, and it's just not looking quite right. Oh, hang on, I got a missed call from Neil again. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna pause the stream real quick while I take this call. Just bear with me, guys. we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's have a little look. Yeah, so as I was saying, so all the power in this run comes from the wolf's back legs, because if I hit play, the back legs are what's actually pushing him along. The front legs are literally just there to catch the front part of him and stop him from falling on his face. That's what my animation was lacking. It didn't look like he was really using his back legs to drive it. So even though the legs were technically moving, you know, the way that they should, it just didn't have that right feel to it. So that's what I'm going to be working on, is just trying to get the right feel to it and really make it feel like he's actually pushing with his back legs. So that's why I'm trying a new approach now. So okay, that's given us the basic movements again. And what I want to do is have it so that at this point his spine is quite stretched out, like this. And then here he needs to compress quite a bit. Kind of like this. So now we've got this kind of crazy thing going. It looks so funny. Alright, and then here the back legs will be up in the air. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, push them further back, and then when they come forward, I'm going to bring them further forward. And let's bring him down more, rotate him some more as well. Alright, how's that? Okay. Here, let's rotate him down a little more. Copy and paste it. Okay. Wait, you're starting over again? Don't worry, I saved the other one that we did. It's just, I find that with animation, sometimes I like to try different approaches. So, sometimes it's just easier just to give it another whack if I don't quite get it right the first time. Let's push that up a bit more. Okay. Because there's a third approach that I might try in a minute as well, if I can't nail it this time, which is to do pose to pose, which is where I'll go through and each time there's an extreme moment, I'll literally copy the pose from this wolf and see if that gives me the result that I want. Okay, so let's rotate these little feet. So. Where's that? There. Okay. Okay. Trying to nail this push really. So what I'll do is just start to offset the feet so that they don't just both look the same. Let's kick this one up a little bit more. Making the character of animating it. Wait, blue, what is harder? Oh, what is harder? Making the character or animating it? For me personally, I think animating it is more difficult. Oh god, that looks so bad. Alright, it's time. It's time. Let's try attempt number 3. I'm determined to nail this. Alright. Let's give this a go. So, what this method involves, this is like, if I've been struggling to try and get the right feel for an animation, what I can do is try to match the reference video as much as I possibly can. So, what I tend to do is to add quite a few keyframes to start with, and then gradually take them out. So let's just put his ears back like that. So that arm about there. Let's see, this one comes out in front of him. Like this. And that leg is going back there like that. Okay. I think it's about like that, maybe. See, it's tricky because my model is quite a different shape to this wolf. And that's because, obviously, this wolf has fur on it, mine doesn't just yet. But it's amazing just how much fur can change the things like the silhouette of the character, the shape of the character, you know. It's because it really does change it a lot. Alright, let's make that our first pose. So I'll just select everything, add a keyframe. Let's see. So now I want my next extreme, which I think will be about here. So frame 9. So butt comes up. Everything else starts to curve in. Neck stays relatively where it was. That comes up. That goes back. That goes back. This leg coming forward like this. Okay. So sometimes I have to attempt an animation a few times before I get it, and but that's just me. I'm still learning. What's that look like? Okay, it's not looking too bad. I'll go in and tweak some things. Like, for example, the leg, this front leg that's closest to us should stay on the ground longer than that. But these are things I can sort out afterwards. Okay. So now we've got this pose. So, butt comes down, rotate, rotate that up. Again, the neck stays relatively straight. Comes forward. Finally comes up. I quite like this method sometimes. It's quite fun putting it in all the different poses. Just takes a little minute, a few minutes or so to. Okay. So you can see it's not very smooth, but the motion is definitely there. Okay. So now if I copy and paste that one, does that give very, very rough. However, he is going through the motions. So, now what we do is I can go through and improve it. So, that needs to stay on the ground a little bit longer. And, oh, I turned off the automatic keyframing. Let's turn that back on. Just add that again. Looks like now. There we are, that's looking better. Hi Neil. What's that? Yes, we do. Peter's been to fix it. Oh, thank you. Alright. Let's see, what's this leg doing? Rotate that like that. Comes down about here. Let's rotate that. His wrist looks a little broken. Let me just fix that. There we go. Sorry, I was kind of mumbling for a little while there, but... Okay, so the front legs are pretty much doing what they are supposed to be doing now. So, and I know it's not smooth, but I can smooth that out in a moment when I go into the graph editor and look at all the curves. So, right now, the main thing is just making sure that they do what they're supposed to do. So it looks like they are. So, okay. So now what I can do is go in and do the same with the back legs. In comparison to the voice, I think your music is too loud. Oh, okay. Let me just turn that down a bit more. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Okay. Yeah, so the front legs, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not smooth, but I can smooth that out in a bit. Let's see what the back legs need to do.
Here's one I smoothed earlier.
That comes forward, lands, pushes back. About there. Let's see. And then that comes forward. Yeah, there we go. Alright, other leg. Comes up. Taps down. Alright, let's press play. much about dogs, but I do horses. But they use their butt more, so seeing an animal drag themselves from their front leg looms off. Yeah, all that power definitely comes from the back legs. And that's the hard part. Is trying to make it really look like they're using their back legs. That needs to rotate down more. How's that looking? Oh, thank you for the donation. Thank you, Firebolt2675. I said, I love you so much. Your videos inspire me so much. Oh, so glad I inspire you. I try. I try. It's nice to know that I inspire people. I mean, how I do, I have no idea, but I'm glad that I do. Okay. Okay, so we've got a run, but we want to smooth it out. So let's start with this bone here. And let's go in Y location. And let's just start to smooth it out. Let's see if I move that across a bit. Okay. Let's do the same on this one's Y location. So this is just creating a nice smooth forward and back motion, which is what we want. Let's have a look at the Z location. This is when things start to get a bit messy. So that one needs to stay there. Okay. Ah, there we go. Them front legs are looking miles better, look. Much, much better. Okay. So, let's fix the X location with these guys. Wow, this one's curves are crazy. Needs them all. That leg is pretty smooth, so I might be able to get away with just leaving that as is. Then back legs need to push down on the ground more. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think his front legs are getting there, but the back legs still need a lot of work, because like the wolf here, if we look at our video, their back legs scrunch up quite a lot before they push them down on the ground. You see here, look, they really tuck them in high, almost so they look like they're sitting down mid-air, and then they push them against the ground, whereas my wolfie, his back legs barely bend. So I think that's definitely something that I'm going to need to address. The front of the wolf is bugging me a little bit. I just want to bring his front feet closer together. So let's find X location. And I'm just gonna drag it.
Doesn't dance to Despacito.
I wonder if I could put that on without getting copyright striked.
You're always going to get copyright slam.
Yeah, that's true.
Call it slam. It's much more
slammed. Okay, there we go. His feet are a bit close together. It just looks a bit more natural like that. Okay. He's getting there. So, back legs. Let's see if we can figure this out. So when they come up, they need to come up more. Let's see. Let's go on Y location. What's going on down here? Okay, that looks looking a bit better. Let me just okay. Then we go on this one. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so this one isn't kicking out far enough. Okay, and then it needs to come down more. Let's see. What I'll do is I'll pull this forward, and then right after he kicks here, that needs to go right back. Like that. Blue, do you use Blender internal or cycles? I like cycles personally. It gives you so much more control over everything, and I find the nodes aren't too difficult for me to use, so although they were to start with, I used to just be Blender internal. I used to just use that solely and would never use cycles. But how did you even get into into 3D animation? So Neil says, because I'm a nerd and has no friends. That is pretty accurate, to be fair.
Your only friend is a computer.
Neil says my only friend is my computer. Yeah, that's pretty much the answer to that, to be honest. So it was like the day of my last exam at school, and I found out about this program called Blender, which is something that Steve has found a girlfriend. Aww. Dark is Rob. Dark is Rob. Anyway, shush, you probably like invading my stream right now, Neil. Get your own stream. Yeah, you play Overwatch. As a what?
See how many people get mad that I play as Moira.
Moira.
That's it. See how many people are mad that I play as Moira.
Okay, Neil says, how many people are mad that he plays as Moira on Overwatch? I don't even know what that is. I've never played Overwatch in my life. Moira. What even is that? Okay, that needs to kick out more. Dark Blue, the guy in the corner, is adorable. He is. This guy says, I'm not mad, I'm a tracer main. Whatever that means.
They're OP as shit. I've been wrecked by tracers non-stop.
Glitchy says, I was a mayfly in my past life.
Mayflies are disgusting and deserve stamping on.
What? Why? That's so mean. They don't deserve to be standed on. that? No, still not going back far enough. Oh my god, why is his leg so difficult? Okay. So he swings forward. Oh, I think that works. Okay, so I just have to move that over a little bit. He's still doing that crazy leg thing. Why? Why does he do this to me? He looks like he's like on ice or something. How did you get into it? You got distracted. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it was the day of my last exam at school, and I'd always wanted to do animation. I used to do little animations in Microsoft Paint when I was little. I used to make like little movie trailers and stuff. I never made a movie. I just liked making trailers for some reason. And basically it was the day of my last exam at school, and I'd been browsing online trying to find a new animation program because I was getting fed up with MS Paint, and that's when I learned about Blender, and I thought, oh my god, it's 3D, that is so cool. And I really wanted to learn it. So what do? I go on YouTube, I start watching some tutorials, and I gave up immediately because I was trying to figure out how to rotate an image, and for the life of me I could just not figure it out at all. It was so difficult. Like, all the controls and everything was really weird, and I was really struggling with the software as a whole, and I just couldn't learn it, so I gave up. But then after about a week or so, I was like, no, I'm not going to be defeated, I want to try again. And I did, and I just persisted with it, and eventually I did start to pick it up, but it took a very long time before I got to that stage. But I'm glad that I did, because I really enjoy Blender, and I like the fact, like, knowing that, you know, I can make something, you know, I think it's really cool. But yeah, that's it, rant over. I always wanted to animate, but I don't think I'd be good at it. To be honest, I was never good at it. When I did my little crappy animations in MS Paint, I was really bad. But the thing is, you learn, you know, you get better. The more you do it, the more you learn. You're never gonna start and be amazing at it. You know, it takes a hell of a lot of practice. I mean, look at this. It's like the third attempt at this flipping run cycle that I've done today, and I've been animating for ages. You know, you never stop learning. Can I just say, the music right now proper fits my little speech. Like, don't give up on your dreams. Everything will work out in the end. You just gotta stay positive and keep trying your best, cause that's what people do. Just felt like it's like that moment in films, you know, where they say the motivational speech, like, don't give up on what makes you who you are. I started with being depressed and was immediately good at it. Yeah, some things you'll be amazing at it on your first go, but with animation it just takes a lot of practice. But the thing is, if you do genuinely just really want to learn it, you will be good at it. Absolutely. You know, if it's truly what you want to do, you'll find a way around it. You'll find a way to make it work. Because that's what I did. Like, it was so different from anything that I'd ever done before, and I really didn't think I was ever going to get the hang of it. But if you just persist, then you absolutely can get the hang of it. Okay, you go back further, please. Thank you. Yeah, and then that can rotate. Where's this guy? this run's looking miles better, isn't it? That's a lot better than attempt number 1. Oh yes, people, join the Discord, please. The link's being posted in the chat by my amazing moderators every few minutes or so, so make sure you come join the Discord. Dang it, now I want to learn 3D animation. Do it! Do it! Honestly. And the thing is, you can do it on YouTube, because that's where I learned. Everything I know about animation has pretty much just come from YouTube. I do I do animation at uni, but to be honest, they don't teach me a whole lot there. Like, it's not a very good uni that I'm in, so. Okay, how can I make you squash even more, Mr. Wolfie? But yeah, there's some awesome tutorials on YouTube, and I've been thinking of doing some actually, some tutorials. I really want to do like a proper, like fur course kind of thing. So for people that want to do, want to make animals and like actually do fur properly, because I have to admit, like that's something I've had to learn on my own, because there's just barely any animation there's barely any fur tutorials on YouTube, which makes me kind of sad. So I was thinking I might do my own. If people are interested, of course. What's that look like? Oh, that's kind of cool. Gives his tail just a bit of a flop. I need to animate the tail properly, of course, but it's a start. Where will you use this animation? Ah, okay. So I'm planning on doing, a lot of people on Discord already know this, but I'm planning on doing a wolf animation series. So, because I love like proper, like, you know, kids TV series, and I want to do a series. So it's basically, imagine a zombie apocalypse, but it's with wolves, and instead of zombies, you've got these wolves that were like experimented on and have basically gone crazy. That's the story of it. I'm still working on a lot of it, but it's making progress. But yeah, this is the wolf model for it. See, go that way. Sorry, just doing some rough animation for the tail, just so I can get a bit more of an idea. The way I see it is, if your body is moving right, the tail should be really easy to animate, because it's literally just, it's all overlapping action pretty much. You don't need to figure out, okay, what's the tail going to be doing, you know. It just follows whatever the body does, so. That's a good idea, Blue Wolf Zombies. Yeah, it's, I really like the idea. I've got a couple of people helping me out on it as well, which is really cool. And I've been posting, if you join our Discord, I post some updates on there. Like there's an update channel dedicated to it. So if you want to stay tuned and keep updated with all that, then you can. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress so far. I know what's going to happen, like throughout the episodes. I know what characters there's going to be. I still need to like fully plan out the first episode. Like I need to actually write the script and do the storyboard, but I know what's going to happen in it. So it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing it actually realised and stuff. But that'll be going on my YouTube channel. I have absolutely no idea how long it's going to take. Probably a while, because you know, I don't know how long the episodes are going to be either. It could be like just maybe like 5 minutes, or it could be like 20 minutes. I've no idea yet. Plague Wolves. Oh, the name of the show? I haven't decided yet. Me and Zombie, we came up with a funny name for it. I can't remember what it was. what was it? Just came up with a really random name for it to call it for now. I think it had the word pancakes in it or something. It was just really random, but I don't know what the actual show will be called just yet. Haven't got that far. That'll be one of the last things we work out, really. The main thing's just getting an episode made. But basically, so they're gonna meet this wolf character sort of near the start. Like, in fact, you know what? I can tell you a bit. This isn't spoilers, so it's fine. Oh, thank you for the donation. A Savage Cloud. That username's amazing. Savage Cloud. I really like your idea. Have some Norwegian money. Thank you. Yeah, so with this series, it starts off, you've got this pretty large pack of wolves, yeah? And they decide to go into a city. Some of them are really against the idea, because they're like, you know, we're gonna get killed, there's no end of like zombie wolfies in there. But the alpha's like, nope, we need to do it, we need the food. Because they're getting pretty desperate for food at this point. And they get there and they end up getting completely overrun by the zombie wolves. And end up having to... They get split up, basically. And as they do get split up, there's one wolf that ends up finding a zombie wolf who isn't completely a zombie, like they're able to control themselves to some extent. And some of the pack are able to kind of reunite and get back together, and then they're there. Then the series follows their adventures as they try and find other members of the pack, and also try and deal with this zombie wolf who seems to have a certain amount of control over themselves, but are not in complete control by any means, and are struggling to deal with their infection, if that makes sense. But is the zombie virus rabies? Kind of rabies. Like, we had this idea, so I mean, you'll find out like throughout the show anyway, but basically there were wolves that were experimented on, so they were going to be used for war, like war dogs. So humans developed this thing to, like a serum, to basically make wolves more aggressive, more violent, so that they could be used in war. But it went horribly wrong, because they ended up being way more aggressive and way more violent than anyone had anticipated. And not only that, but they went insane and would no longer listen to instructions. So when they got out, it just all hell broke loose, pretty much. So it's like they're kind of zombies, kind of just really aggressive wolves in a way. But I just call them zombie wolves because it's easier, because I see them as zombies. That sounds a lot like several series that I have watched, read. Yeah, I'm still working on because that's the thing I'm worried about with it, is like at the moment, you know, there are quite a few things that are a bit cliche and kind of been done before, and I want to try and figure out, you know, how can I set this series apart from everything else? Like, how can I make it its own thing and make it unique? That's the hard part. That's the challenging part. So when I come to writing the episodes, that's what I'll be focusing on, is how I can make this, how can I make it unique? You know, how can I make it something really different? And hopefully I can, but I am not that confident in my writing ability. Not gonna lie. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Why isn't the chat exploding? We have like 60 people in the stream. It's alright. I know not everyone likes to chat. I'm not a big chatter. Like, whenever I watch streams, I just stay quiet. I don't say anything. Okay. I think this run cycle's really starting to come along. It definitely needs a lot of tweaking, a lot of fine tuning. It kind of looks like a bunny rabbit from the front, but overall, I'm quite happy with how it's looking. Apart from that crazy back leg that's just kind of sticking out. But the mechanics are definitely there. You know, he's running correctly, which is a start. I think I need to actually adjust the back. Like, for example, so here, on here, you know, it's meant to be a nice clean arch where it's not on my model. So let me just adjust this real quick. Go into sculpt mode, and I can just kind of pull up this back a little bit more. There we go. Let's see what that looks like now. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. So my model definitely needs some adjustments in order to just in general just improve it. And it needs a lot of polish. I need to actually go in and... Oh, what's happening here? Okay, I've got a problem with my mirror modifier here where his back's opening up. That's kind of scary. But yeah, I need to go in and polish it and work on like the paws and the little toes and everything like that. I might also have him actually panting as he's running as well. I think that'd be a lot more interesting. But this is basically how I start my animations. I try and get to this point where, you know, it's moving the way it should. It just needs a lot of work, because now it's moving properly. Going in and, you know, tweaking it, polishing it, and everything is quite easy, because the body's moving correctly. You can see, you know, where things are moving right, where they're not. And oh, there we go. That's made it a bit smoother. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't do that annoying stoppy starty bit now. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's going so far. So I think I might leave the stream there for tonight. Oh, how old is this model? This model about maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks old. I'm still working on it. Like, I remodeled the legs last night because I didn't like the way the old legs looked. And then I just very quickly rigged it before I started this live stream. But yeah, I just want to say thank you all for watching the stream. What I'll do is I'll save this out, and then I might do another stream tomorrow, if you guys would be interested, where I actually work on polishing it and refining it, and I can do a stream where I just talk about how I go about improving it from here onwards. But yeah, I might have to leave it there because I need food. I'm starving. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will bid you adieu. Please join the Discord to be notified when I do stream, and to get all the other latest updates, and to have a chat and everything, because I'm on there most days anyway. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask them on there too. Alright? I love you guys. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.